Hey, my name is Frank Schaeffer, and back in the 70s and 80s I was a leader in the religious right in the anti-abortion movement, following my father in his footsteps. He was an evangelist and one of the founders of the religious right. And with the exception of North Korea and the Saudi royal family and maybe the British royal family, there's nowhere more nepotistic than the world I come from, the evangelical world. And I've gone from right to left, from the Republican Party, where I knew people like Gerald Ford, and my parents stayed in the White House, and I used to hang out with Jack Kemp and other leading congressional Republicans, to a place where I have spent the last 8 years defending President Obama, and now have been talking about the rise of Donald Trump. But in that entire time, even including Trump's gross, disgusting, misogynistic behavior of grabbing her by the pussy because she would let me because I'm a star crab, the most serious thing that has ever happened is not that, believe it or not. It is what Trump is doing now in trying to delegitimize the entire electoral process of the United States. He is our Vladimir Putin. He is anti-democratic, he is anti-American, he hates this country. There is no way to escape that. The glory of America is that we have a legitimate electoral process that all sides, left, right, and middle, have always trusted the actual process itself. To use words like rigged plays into the hands of the same forces that people like Charles Lindbergh represented back in the 1930s when he went to Nazi Germany and came back saying that fascism was actually better than American democracy. Trump says the same thing more or less about Vladimir Putin and fascist Russia, where Putin murders his opponents and kills and jails journalists, etc. And now Trump has taken the next step, and he's taken the Republican Party with him, and they have not condemned him. The Senate and the House leaders have not condemned him for his worst crime against America yet, and I use the word crime advisedly. And that is to delegitimize the process itself and threaten to unleash his goons on polling places to intimidate black voters. And now he's gone even further, and he's saying that somehow illegal aliens are going to tilt the electoral process. This is the talk of fascism. This is the talk of dictatorial authoritarianism. This is not America. Americans trust our electoral process, and we trust the unerring, generous handover of power, even from opponents who have hated each other in the past. This man talks about jailing his opponent. This man says the process itself, that's you and me, Americans, Republicans, Democrats, Independents alike, have an illegitimate electoral system that can be rigged to favor one party or another. This is not the talk of the Republican Party that I grew up in, or the Democrats that I'm part of now. That said, Donald Trump is a traitor to the basic democratic values of this country. There will be bloodshed following what he is doing. There are going to be crazy people who believe his conspiracy theory bullshit and think the electoral process is rigged and will not accept his defeat. This is a loser's loser, a spoiled brat, and on top of being a misogynist, a racist, a homophobe, and all the rest of it, he is now attacking the heart of our democracy and our electoral process. We have to reject this man and utterly defeat him at the polls. Do not vote for an independent candidate. Do not throw your vote away. The victory must be resounding and overwhelming to send a message even to his goofball followers that the election has not been rigged. Watch out for intimidation at polling places by his thugs. Keep an eye out for it, and be brave, black, brown, female, gay America that is going to be intimidated. Be brave, Hispanic America, and vote in spite of this rhetoric of intimidation. Thank you. My name is Frank Schaeffer.